guys, I'm Vishali Kikan and we are discussing the unit acids and bases. So today we are going to talk about the salt hydrolysis and the acid buffer solution in detail. So let's start our discussion with the salt hydrolysis. We all know when the acid reacts with base, a salt and water is formed, right? So we are going to talk about this salt when we have the different acid and different kinds of bases, right? So first case is when we have a salt of a weak acid and strong base whose pH is greater than 7, right? So we are considering a weak acid like CH3COOH, the ethanoic acid which is reacting with a strong base. A strong base is NaOH and it is going to form CH3COONA, which is the salt and the H2O, right? So it has obeyed this equation, right? Now we are going to observe this salt CH3COONA. We are going to observe, right? So CH3CO in water, if I observe its pH would be greater than 7, right? If I observe 0.5 mole per decimeter cube solution of CH3COONA, it will be having the pH 9.23, right? Which means it's the basic solution, right? It's having pH greater than 7. CH3CO negative ions and Na positive ions are produced. What happens when I have CH3COONA? When I put it in water, what will happen? CH3CO ion, the negative ion is produced and Na positive ion is produced in water, right? This is a polar kind of molecule and it is going to dissociate in water to form CH3CO negative and Na positive ion. Now when I observe the CH3CO negative, it's a conjugate base, right? So it's a conjugate base of ethanoic acid. How I am going to confirm it? With the help of this reaction. CH3CO negative in aqueous plus H2O in liquid, it is in equilibrium with CH3COOH in aqueous plus OH negative in aqueous. So now with the help of this reaction, I can say that it is a conjugate base because it is going to produce OH negative ions, right? So it's the reaction of salt with water. It's the salt hydrolysis. This reaction is the salt hydrolysis reaction which we are going to observe for different types of acid and different types of bases, and I hope you understood it for weak acid and strong base. So I am now talking about NaOH. Now I cannot do the same thing for NaOH. CH3COOH was a weak acid where I was having the partial ionization. Now if I talk about NaOH, we have the full ionization for NaOH because it's a strong base. So Na positive will not be reacting with OH negative to form NaOH. The reverse reaction will not be there. NaOH will be forming Na positive plus OH negative, right? So now here if I observe the pKa for the acid would be 4.76, pKb would be 14 minus pKa, which is around 9.24, right? So now here we have found out the pKb, and now let's observe the reaction of the ion CH3CO negative with water, right? CH3CO negative, when it is going to react with water. Now what I had to do for the salt hydrolysis, we had to observe the salt, and in the salt which ion I am observing? CH3CO negative. I am not observing the Na positive because this reaction was not feasible, right? So now here CH3CO negative plus H2O is going to give me CH3COOH plus OH negative. So now let's talk about the Kb from this reaction. From here the Kb is 9.24. If I find out the pKb, it would be negative log of 9.24, right? So it would be 5.75 into 10 raised to power minus 10, right? So Kb we can also deduce from this equation, which is the concentration of CH3COOH multiplied with the concentration of OH negative divided by the concentration of CH3COO negative. So I can see the both of the coefficients here are 1. The concentration of CH3COOH will be equal to the concentration of OH negative at the equilibrium. So I can represent it as 5.75 into 10 raised to power minus 10 is equal to concentration of OH negative square upon the concentration of CH3CO negative. What I had taken it? I had taken it to be 0.5 mole, right? So now 0.5 mole per decimeter cube. So we can put it over here. 5.75 into 10 raised to power minus 10 will be equal to the concentration of OH negative square upon 0.5. So the concentration of OH negative, we can solve this equation. It will be coming out to be 1.70 into 10 raised to power minus 5 mole per decimeter cube. And from here also we can find out POH. POH will be negative log of concentration of OH negative. So we can put the value negative log of concentration of OH negative is 1.70 into 10 raised to power minus 5. So when I equated it would be equal to 4.77. Now from here as well, if I find out the pH will be equal to 9.23. So we have justified the pH here is 9.23, which is the basic pH. So here we have understood the salt is basic if I have the weak acid in the strong base. Coming to the second case, salt of a strong acid and weak base. So here I am considering a strong acid like HCl and a weak base like ammonia NH3. So it is going to produce NH4Cl. NH4 positive ion is going to be produced from this and Cl negative ion is going to be produced. So NH4 positive is a conjugate acid. The reaction we can understood by NH4 positive is going to give NH3 and H positive in equilibrium. Now what I have taken the concentration of NH4Cl to be 0.5 mole per decimeter cube, right? In the similar manner in the previous case, the concentration is 0.5 mole per decimeter for NH4Cl. Now, like the previous case, now again we can find out the pH and it would be equal to 4.78. So it is lesser than 7. Again, I cannot have the reaction of Cl negative with H2O to form HCl and OH negative, because here HCl is a strong acid and it will be completely ionizing, right? Now coming to the next case, salt of strong acid and strong base. So here the pH will be equal to 7. It is neither less than 7 it is nor greater than 7. It will be equal to 7. For example, we have the reaction of HCl and NaOH to form the NaCl. So NaCl is produced when HCl reacts with NaOH. Both of them are strong acid and the strong base. So because these are strong acid and the strong base, the salt NaCl will be having pH equal to 7. Right, so Na positive plus OH negative is not going to give NaOH and Cl negative plus H2O is not going to give HCl plus OH negative ion, because both HCl and NaOH are strong acid and strong base and they are going to completely ionize, and these two reactions are not feasible. Coming to the next case, here we are going to talk about the salt of weak acid and weak base. Here I cannot state what would be the pH, right? So CH3COO negative NH4 positive is a salt which is produced from CH3COOH, which is a weak acid we all know, and NH3 which is a weak base. So it is not possible to predict what would be the pH without looking at the pKa value. We have to observe the pKa value, and from the pKa value we can find out what would be the pH. So if I take CH3COO negative plus H2O in liquid, so I will be having CH3COOH plus OH negative in equilibrium. So now if I observe NH4 positive, I have two ions CH3COO negative and NH4 positive. CH3COO negative is going to react with H2O to form CH3COOH and OH negative. NH4 positive is going to form NH3 and H positive. So now here we have to observe the pKb. Right, pKb here is slightly less than pKa. So when I observed pKb for this and pKa for this reaction, we saw pKb is lesser than pKa, which means we have slightly alkaline solution, right? So here again we observe this reaction HCO negative plus H2O. It is in equilibrium with HCOOH plus OH negative. So here I can find out the pKb, which is 10.25. Here for NH4 positive is in equilibrium with NH3 plus H positive, pKa is 9.25. Again you can see pKb is now greater than pKa. Now here when pKb is greater than pKa, then we will be having slightly acidic solution, right? Coming to the ethyl ammonium ethanoate. So if I take this case C2H5NH3 positive plus CH3CO negative, you can see the reactions of both of them, C2H5NH3 positive and CH3CO negative with water. So if you observe the reactions of both of them and you observe pKb and pKa, you will be seeing that the pH will be slightly higher than 7. So it depends upon the pKb, the pKa value, and we cannot predict in the past that what would be the pH of the given solution without looking at pKb and pKa. Right, coming to the next topic, that is the acid buffer solution. What is a buffer? Buffer solution is a solution in which if I put acid or if I put base, its pH is not going to change, right? So if I have weak acid plus salt of weak acid, it will be acting like a acidic buffer solution. So pH is not going to change. pH would be the acidic pH, and it is not going to change if I put some acid or some base into it in small quantity, right? So now here, for example, we have CH3COOH, which is in equilibrium with CH3CO negative plus H positive. Now here, if I observe this CH3CO negative plus H positive, it is going to form CH3COOH. So I can say this H positive is being mopped up by the reaction with ethanoate ion, which is acting as a base. Now coming to the CH3COOH plus OH negative, if I react this CH3COOH with OH negative, it is going to form CH3CO negative plus H2O. So I can say OH negative ions are being mopped up by the reaction with ethanoic acid. Right, so now if I observe the Ka, so Ka can be found out from this reaction, and Ka will be equal to concentration of CH3CO negative aqueous multiplied with the concentration of H positive in aqueous divided by the concentration of CH3COOH in aqueous. So now here I can observe the concentration of H positive. I can rearrange this equation, and the concentration of H positive in aqueous would be concentration of CH3COOH in aqueous divided by the concentration of CH3CO negative in aqueous multiplied with Ka. So now what is buffer? Buffer, we are going to observe this Ka, and from here we are going to deduce that how it is acting like a buffer. So buffer will be having both CH3CO negative and CH3COOH must be large so that the changes in their concentration when acid and bases are added are small. So we have to take the concentration of CH3CO negative as well as the concentration of CH3COOH. That is what I said. We have a weak acid and a salt of weak acid, but both of their concentration must be large enough so that if I put acid or bases into it in small quantity, the ratio of CH3CO negative's concentration and CH3COOH's concentration vary very little, due to which I can say pH is varying very little and pH is appearing to be constant, right? So ethanoic acid and sodium ethanoate, if I have taken their concentration to be 0.5 mole per decimeter cube and the volume to be 100 centimeter cube. So let's observe it. So number of moles of CH3COH, which is equal to the number of moles of CH3CO negative. I know both of the number of moles are same. We can find out it by the multiplication of the concentration and the volume. Number of moles is concentration into volume. Concentration is 0.5 and the volume is 100 centimeter cube. So 100 by 1000, so it is 0.05 mole. So now 1 centimeter cube of HCl if I add. So HCl's concentration is 0.1 mole per decimeter cube. And now if I am adding it, I need to find out the moles of HCl. Moles of HCl would be 0.1 into 1 by 1000, which is 1 into 10 raised to power minus 4 moles. Now again, if I observe the reaction, initial number of moles for CH3CO negative was 0.0500, for CH3COOH was also 0.0500, right? That we had reduced over here, right? Coming to the moles after addition of HCl, right? So when HCl is added, so here the reaction will move in this direction. Okay, so equilibrium reaction will move in this direction, and here I have to subtract the number of the ions of H positive. So H positive ions, because HCl will be completely ionizing. So number of moles of H positive will be same as the number of moles of HCl we have taken. So HCl's number of mole was 1 into 10 raised to power minus 4, that we have to subtract from the CH3COO negative number of moles. So 0.0500 minus 1 into 10 raised to power minus 4 would be 0.0499. Here the concentration would be 0.0500 plus 1 into 10 raised to power minus 4, which is 0.0501, and the table also shows the comparison between acids and base ratio in buffer as well as non-buffer solution. So you can see in the buffer solution the acid base ratio and in the non-buffer solution and how it is varying, and due to which I can say a buffer will be having a very little change in pH if I put some small amount of acid or small amount of base into it. I hope you understood all of the concept that I have discussed. Thank you so much.